All right, here we go. Finally, we made it. Ichigo versus Yusuke, Bleach versus Yu Yu Hakusho. Death battle! Begin. All right. Got to it. Again, Ichigo's going to win. That I'm almost confident in, because I'm pretty sure they're not going to use any updated information for their death battle. But we'll see.
Ichigo Kurosaki versus Yusuke Urameshi.
The substitute Shinigami of Bleach versus the spirit detective of Yu Yu Hakusho. He's Wiz.
The video's capped. Nah, listen.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons.
The video isn't capped because you just have to think about how they want to power scale. They do composite characters. Like I think they even take content from video games and then they scale based on all kind of stuff too, right? So it's like once you understand how they're gonna power scale, they're not power scaling for accuracy. They're power scaling to like get to the highest level of the character possible. That's what they're doing. Like consistency doesn't matter to these guys. But I mean, again, that's what's kind of fun in a sense.
Armor and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Let me do this. Let me do.
Tell me, Boomstick, what happens when we die?
Endless nothingness? Jeez, man, I don't know. We just started.
Our souls are ferried by Shinigami, gods of death, in an eternal cycle of death and rebirth.
That was my second guess.
And when a soul goes astray, warped by
True.
evil and regret, it's a Shinigami's job to purify such violent hollows and send them
True.
off to the realm of the dead.
Wait. This is Ichigo's second death battle, isn't it? Hold on, wait. Who? I think he fought so much. No, okay, that was Hiei and Sasuke fought each other. Hiei won that one. Aizen and Madara fought. Madara won that one. Actually, maybe not. I'm forgetting here. Oh, Ichigo versus Naruto. That's. Oh yeah, I forgot about the one entirely. Shit. I think I had Naruto win too.
The Soul Society.
Works great till it doesn't. Enter Ichigo Kurosaki, whose tragic anime backstory came way too early when his mom was killed by a hollow.
29 years old? Oh, wow. They're even incorporating the Hell Arc shit.
Reason number one why you should never want your kid to be the anime protagonist.
Left with his grief, young Ichigo was crushed under the weight of survivor's guilt.
So he lashed out the only way he knew how, beating people up.
But this wound began to heal when he found his calling, upon meeting a Shinigami named Rukia. To stop a powerful hollow, she gave Ichigo her powers, rousing unseen potential within.
Boom! Just like that, Ichigo's a Shinigami.
Substitute Shinigami. To carry out his duties, Ichigo sheds his body for an invisible one made of spiritual matter called Reishi. He can wield vast amounts of spiritual energy called Ryoku, and exert it offensively in the form of spiritual pressure or rage.
Yes.
Okay, that's a lot of big words, but all it really means is he's a super-powered
While Shinigami are invisible, they are not intangible and can be touched by normal people. Right. Yeah, chat proved that. It's stated in chapter 9 of the manga through the Viz translation mistakenly says otherwise.
with an epic sword.
Oh, the Viz says it mistakenly. Okay.
His spirit aura is so strong, it can stun lock foes,
I can't see Chad losing.
crushing him under his own power, even fatally.
He can control spirit matter in and around him, hardening his skin for
Let's see here. Okay.
Crushing him under his own power.
If your soul wasn't sucked out by my Gonzu soul suck, take a good look, idiot. Her soul's being crushed by just being, because the power level shit.
Even fatally.
He controls spirit matter in and around him, hardening his skin for defense and leaping off of invisible footholds in the air.
Here's Blue Vein.
Speed boosting skills like Shunpo,
Well, how do they explain the foothold thing?
hardening his skin for defense and leaping off of
As a Soul Reaper, you were able to unconsciously gain traction of the very air itself.
visible
Right.
footholds in the air. Paired with speed boosting skills like Shunpo, he can virtually fly.
Say goodbye to the kid who beat up bullies for their lunch money. And hello to the town's new superhero. With fellow Ghostbusters, Orihime, Chad, and Uryu. Plus Rukia. It was the Shinigami's job to
Plus
tear
Rukia.
hollows
Rukia is extra, not Chad.
a new hole.
While balancing responsibilities at school, of course. GPA comes first, and maybe
No.
a round or two of tech.
But it wouldn't be possible without his Shinigami blade, a Zanpakuto. It's basically a super-powered spirit that's physically a sword.
Are they gonna include the filler stuff here? Nah. Rip. Yo, if they include the filler shit here, holy fuck.
Sword.
Though strangely, Ichigo's sword is composed of two distinct spirits,
Yes.
both named Zangetsu, which isn't confusing at all.
Just call him Old Man Zangetsu and Hollow Zangetsu. Anyway, the double ghost sword gives Ichigo
You mean the hollow goat, Zangetsu. Get it fucking right, son. The hollow goat.
lots of new moves, including his trademark attack, the sword beam.
Lots of new moves. My That's foul.
And all sword beams. Getsuga Tensho!
Getsuga Tensho is incredibly powerful, and so effective that Ichigo developed multiple variants. He can fire it as a wave, detonate it mid-attack to act as a barrier, and combine two at once into the even stronger Getsuga Jujisho.
Okay, his new moves now.
Cut even the biggest hollows down to size. Ichigo was ridiculously strong, even from frame 1.
He can make giant shockwaves and parry spiritual light beams from a Menos Grande.
Here we go. He says spiritual light beams. All right, now, in reality, because it's unfortunate because I think that consistency should always matter, right? In reality, light isn't really like a thing up until like Lilibaro, I think, pulls to the story. Like Lilibaro actually has, because he has God's powers and he uses actual light. That's Lilibaro coming, the end, like that's like the final arc, right? Saying that this beam is equivalent to like Lilibaro shit, it's not the case. Not even close. Like Lilibaro is much faster. But again, that's the consistency issue. Like, is that really light, or is it something entirely?
And these aren't fake, slower than light lasers. Guidebooks confirm they're real light, and the novels
They're not.
say so too.
Plus, early on, Uryu moved so fast that he
not.
left his own shadow behind.
But as
What?
real light, and the novels say so too.
Blinding light.
And these aren't fake, slower than light lasers. Guidebooks confirm they're real light, and the novels
Spiritual light. That's what I'm saying. It's like, so the reason why that matters is because like it's the same mistake that you see in Black Clover. In Black Clover, Patry uses light magic. So the assumption is that he's moving at light speed when he uses light magic. But in reality, it's not natural light. There's actually a separate category of light magic in Black Clover where it's based on, I think, the Heart Kingdom's natural power sources, and that's real light. So like, Luck, he uses lightning magic, but he's not lightning speed until he uses natural or like the Heart Kingdom's lightning magic, right? It's the same thing here. The spiritual light or the blinding light, this light is not the same thing as Lilibaro's light, which is God's light or real light. But either way,
novels say so too.
again, I care about consistency. It's not. Naruto does it too. I think so does One Piece. So does Black Clover. I just mentioned Black Clover. Like a lot of these shonen stories do it because they're not fucking scientists. The only one I've seen ever be consistent about this is either is Toriko and Hunter x Hunter. They're actually consistent as fuck. It's crazy. But most shonens are not gonna be consistent like that. So it is what it is there.
Early on, Uryu moved so fast that he left his own shadow behind.
But as Ichigo became more involved with the Soul Society, he quickly
Don't worry about real light. Okay, fair enough. Other FTL feats include what? Nero dodging sunlight lieutenants, dodging the well, okay, I guess at this point in time, wait, hold on. Lilito dodging Auschwellen, that's a light. Whatever. Okay, I don't know how Lilito is not dodging light all of a sudden. But hold on, but you see that you have Nanao evading Lilibaro's light of judgment. Yeah, that's actually light. Wait, what the fuck? Urahara said before, Society arc, that to go up there, you have to make a human matter, spiritual matter. Like in Naruto and Black Clover and other series, spiritual matter is not real. Spiritual matter is not real property. So Yamato making he is not the sun. Might want. Well, he gives you like, what was it? Hashvault says that it's like 15 billion degrees or shit like that. So at least they give you a number there, but. Yeah, just keep in mind that like the shit. Well, to be fair, this is in the world of the living, but in the world of the living, there's not that much reishi compared to where there is in Hueco Mundo or in Soul Society. So the output of power is greater in Soul Society and Hueco Mundo than it is in the world of the living, because they need more reishi to be in the atmosphere to utilize that power.
found that he wasn't good enough.
This Byakuya guy's so fast, Ichigo can't even see him. Time for a good old-fashioned training arc. Hit the music!
Until now, Zangetsu had operated only in its base state, Shikai. So,
and then also too, very important as well, is it consistent enough to where the characters can be reacting to light speed on a regular basis? That's also a very important thing too, right? It's like consistency, I would say matters too. But again, when I power scale, I try and be accurate. I try to find floors. But when most folks power scale, they try and find ceilings and they try and go as high as possible, right? It's like if someone can destroy the world, you take it at face value, not like really trying to see is really the case here. Like someone like Omni-Man is running around, able to like, fly through interstellar space, and he's able to like go towards black hole, shit like that. But at the same time, he gets caught by Cecil's robots. It's like, so how does that work out? Are Cecil's robots all of a sudden light speed too? Like that. Every story that does power scale will be inconsistent. That's for sure. All right, but you want to try and find happy mediums by reconciling all of it. That's what I'd argue. Yes, I would say no.
Ichigo learned to release its inner power.
Because most of it shows that they're not light speed.
Shinigami a decade to master.
Bankai! In Bankai, his speed skyrocketed, letting him turn the tables on douchebag Byakuya. Even in Shikai, he blocked an attack that could destroy the whole friggin' Soul Society.
Because Ichigo's greatest gift.
From the Shokoku thing, the giant phoenix thing, that's what they say, but like I don't know what that fucking means.
Even in Shikai, he blocked an attack that could destroy the whole.
The one who plotted the Rukai's execution extends to use the Shikoku to destroy not only Seite but the entire society as well, allegedly. Can that one beat destroy all society, or is it how it's utilized per se? What the? Oh shit! Right cause of Ichigo reacting to the Meno Sero, which is quote light and light speed, could be right. Like yeah, it's like saying that Ichigo could dodge Little Barro's shit at that point in time. If Little Barro was him, if Little Barro was the one firing that beam instead, it's like no, of course not.
Soul Society.
Because Ichigo's greatest gift is his potential to improve. Despite only being a teenager, he mastered swordsmanship well enough to thrash experts who had been training for centuries. He can quickly adapt to new weapons and styles mid-fight, surpassing his limits time and time again.
Like when he took on Catboy Grimjow. He was getting clamped, but as soon as
Calling him Catboy is foul as fuck.
he heard Orihime cheered him on, that was all he needed to smash that kitty.
You mean Grimjow, right?
Yeah, but even with that main character energy, Ichigo couldn't match Big Bad Aizen. With just a finger, Aizen stopped Ichigo's Bankai and his theme song, Rude.
Ichigo needed
He did stop his theme song. Now you feel like number. That was crazy.
to tap into his unexplained hollow power. Except Hollow Zangetsu wasn't going to make it easy.
Old man Zang's pretty chill, but this guy's a menace.
Still, Ichigo needed his help and conjured a hollow mask to expand his power. But this meant the hollow within only grew stronger.
Masked up, he can fire lasers, bypass super senses, and heal lost limbs. But piss him off enough, and he'll go full hollow. And you really don't want that.
Hollowification exceeds even
Vasta Lord Ichigo.
Bankai, and was enough to crush Ukiura in a battle that shook all of Hoiko Mundo, the world.
Mm-hmm. Not only did the tremendous power shake the Not only did the tremendous power shake the vast land of Hokamundo, but also reached the beings lurking in the depths. What the fuck is the depths? Oh, the Hellverse shit. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, I forgot. They include movies too. Right. I don't focus on canon shit. I forgot.
Full Hollow Ichigo could even tear through all 3 layers of hell.
True, sure.
Mundo, the world of hollows.
Full Hollow Ichigo.
There is, I think, a few movies for Yu Hakusho, but I don't think they upscale the characters like that much per se. Yeah, so there's 3 layers of hell. Actually, I've not read this at all ever because it's not canon, so I don't care. But it is cool as fuck. I won't deny that.
Could even tear through all 3 layers of
Kubo
hell.
hates the Hellverse movie. I mean, of course,
With help from him.
because he's doing the Hellverse series. Well, once he's done, I'm assuming once he's done with Bleach, the anime, once it's finally out there, he's done doing the Hell arc stuff. That's my assumption.
His secret Shinigami father, Ichigo continued to train for months in the Dangai, a corridor between dimensions, until he was finally ready to challenge Aizen.
Challenge is an understatement. He manhandled Aizen, shattered.
Aizen had evolved to threaten the Soul King, a deity whose power stabilizes the 3 realms. Fuck, dude. Now, this is where things get also dicey as fuck, because what are the realms? And I've been doing some research into it too, trying to find out, like, in the, what's it called? What's this called again, Coobs? The, work it up. I have it somewhere. Wait, it's here, right? Yes. So, boom. can't fear your own world. I've been doing some research and some reading into this thing, and then there is a comment, like a lot of the content about like the realms is really ambiguous because they don't ever give you a proper sense of scale. You can make assumptions based on that, but only assumptions. In reality, like, because we know now 1-3 realms is at least Japan. That's what we know for sure. That's like a guarantee. All right. So I'm trying to do more research on this, honestly. Oh, there's a lot, as you can tell. Duh. But my problem is that even if I do read that, right? It's the world. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's not the planet. It's not. It's not. It's not. We've been over before. It's not the world. So when you look at the updated information, it's not the entire planet. It's only Japan. It's literally not. It's literally not. We covered this before the entire time. At the beginning of the 1,000-Year Blood War anime, which is more canon than the Can't Fear Your Own World, they show you a map of what the entirety of the world of the living is and where the hollows reside, where they're getting wiped out. And it's only Japan. It's literally only Japan, all right? I've been doing research. I've been trying to see where they say like the entire planet, and it's nowhere. So far, it's nowhere. It's literally nowhere. There is mention of an earthquake, but the earthquake is, again, fell through all the realms. But what does that mean? Like, the problem is that people take the terms like world or universe, like Uchusei, I think it's called, and then they think it means everything. But in reality, it's not everything. It's not the entire planet. It's a system of order. That's what folks don't get, right? And so, see, that's why. And so I was hoping that Kubo would actually address that more in the anime, and he already has, but folks just don't want to accept that. So it's like, okay, fair enough. So, because nowhere do they tell you or even show you that the entire planet is infected. In fact, I forget, because I have to look into this, because apparently Kubo had an interview recently where he mentioned that there are oceans within Soul Society, but they're outside the boundaries of Soul Society, because there's Soul Society West Branch too, some shit like that. So that one I have to read. But I'm not watching the interview yet. I need to find the interview somewhere, because again, I'm doing my research as we speak for like a video. And the problem is that no matter how you slice it too, Burn the Witch exists, right? And Burn the Witch and Reverse London have no hollows. The same system that stabilizes the 3 realms does not exist in Burn the Witch. Hollows have no purpose, no value at all. 0 value. They don't care about hollows there. Hollows can be wiped out for all they care. It does not affect Reverse London. So when I'm going through all the research, the updated information, when they show you the world of living, which is just Japan, makes more and more sense. But again, people are so ingrained, they're so indoctrinated into the system as it is, that it's really, really hard to get out of that shit. Instead of actually being accurate, it's about just we believe we want to gauge on our assumptions rather than new information to update our shit, which is fine. But at the same time, I think it's wrong. Going by your logic, legendary lost in speech. I don't know what that means. Going by your logic, what does it mean by logic? It's still the world, bro. No, it's not still the world. It's just Japan. Burn the Witch and Reverse London have a different system to maintain their stability. Literally, they have a different system for London specifically. So that's why I say it's like, no matter how much research I do on this right now, when I go back to the original canon story in the manga, the anime, I'm not going to the anime just yet, but maybe I have to do the anime. Whether I and mind just the canon material, just the canon material, it's not there. So
Mountains with sheer aura and flexo.
Look. You can say I'm wrong, but you guys have to prove that. And so far, nothing goes against what Mari showed us at the beginning of 1,000 Year Blood War. So you have to prove that. Not even when what's her face? When the Royal Court Guard Squad girl, Alicia Bankai, Kubo only shows you Karakura Town. You don't see like the entire planet shaking. Hopefully we'll see more of that in the anime upcoming, but it's not there.
He smashed out of the black coffin, which crushes space like a mini black hole.
And yet, it still
True.
wasn't enough. So by becoming...
Though, okay, to be fair too, I remember this as well. The mini black hole thing, in the manga, fuck me, because I remember this shit was my wheelhouse. In the manga, the the black box doesn't finish, and then Ichigo swats it away. But in the anime, it does finish, and then he swats it away. So there's variation there, but it doesn't matter. Does a dimension/realm equal a place or world, a universe arc at all series, or does it not, or does it have, or does Nova Hunter x Hunter have a universe? It depends on how you want to scale it, Ziz. So people, like, because you can see like most of the chat too, right? It's like there's been for like years now an assumption that when they say the realms, they mean planet world. And I remember this too because I remember when Aizen and Madara had their death battle, they also made the same assumption too, where they assumed that it was the entire planet. But when you go back, it's not there. It's always an assumption that Bleach fans or Bleach people that Power Scale Bleach, it's always an assumption that they make. It's never a proven fact. It's always an assumption. It's always an assumption. Always. Always. Never proven, never shown to you. That's what people assume. Because never do you actually see like the entire planetary scale. And again, so, okay. If you want to, let's say, for example, say that the dimensions are equivalent to the world of living scale where in which they reside in, that's fine with me. Because that makes the most sense. Just how reverse London is a extra dimensional, or it's an ultra dimensional version of London, Soul Society, Hueco Mundo will also be the same thing for the world of living. So it just depends on what that scale is. What is that scale? That's the question. But the Quincy's have their own territory in the Vanden Reiki, whatever it's called, and then they go over to Japan and they go to Soul Society and their realm. There's a connection between the Quincy shit and the Shinigami shit because of the Soul King and then Yaba being the Soul King's son. But again, there's no connection between them and Burn the Witch outside of one in Society West Branch, which has no effect on what's going on with the Hollow shit because they don't have the same system.
He manhandled Aizen, shattered mountains with sheer aura, and flexed so hard he smashed out of the black coffin, which crushes space like a mini black hole.
And yet, it still wasn't enough. So by becoming Getsuga itself, Ichigo unleashed his ultimate attack, Mugetsu.
Mugetsu!
At the cost of all his power.
He might have saved everyone, but now it was back to Normieville.
Ichigo never truly realized until then just how much being a Shinigami meant to him. The power to protect others, his drive, his pride in himself was gone. He would give anything to get it back.
And he did, thanks to
Wait, hold on. Ichigo going to London doesn't mean anything about the three realm system. I don't understand. The three realm system is specific to that area. That's it. That's literally it. Because again, Burn the Witch proves that they don't have the same system.
Surprise assist from Rukia. Boom, Shinigami again.
Just in time for a 1,000-year blood war
Fuck,
with the final
yeah,
endgame boss.
that's right. Fuck Fullbringer, baby. Fuck that shit.
Was gone. He would give anything to get it back.
And he did, thanks to a surprise.
Good. Excellent. Muy bien. Muy fucking bien. No, it isn't. Yes, it is. Where does it say that? And don't say the world, because they already tell you what the world is in the anime, which is canon. But you guys say that's wrong. So I don't know. They tell you what the world is. They give you like he puts a literal map up there and says this is what it is. Boom. Because Hollow don't exist outside of Japan.
This is from Rukia. Boom, Shinigami again.
Just in time for a 1,000-year blood war.
Quincy live all over the world, pre-Yuha. Again, hold on, time out. Just because another like clan of power comes to a system doesn't mean that it's all predicated on the one Japanese system. Hello? Again, that's the assumption that you're making. It's only within Japan do Hollow exist. And it's only within Japan where they try and stabilize the regions, and Karakuritan being the one that has the most abnormal region. But that doesn't happen. They don't exist in America, they don't exist in Canada, they don't exist in India, they don't exist anywhere else. And in fact, other places have their own systems to manage their own like magical or spiritual shit. That's it. People make the assumption. It's their own belief. It's their own headcanon that, oh, okay, it has to be the entire planet when the evidence isn't there.
With a final end.
Because there are no other systems of hollow managing elsewhere in the world. Shit, bro, they have fucking dragons that were like the fairies, the Meruem. They have dragons in what do you call it? They have dragons in Burn the Witch, where these dragons have been around for like eons, and there's no hollows in sight, nothing. And that's how they manage London, for fuck's sakes, in the UK.
Game boss, Yuhabak,
who planned to end everything. And while other Shinigami tried their best, only Ichigo was special enough to pull it off.
His father was a Shinigami. His
You all want to take the three realms and merge them into
mother
one.
was a member of the ancient Quincy's and possessed by a hollow. Hence, his two Zanbakuto spirits, one Quincy, the other hollow and Shinigami, made Ichigo a perfect union to break Yuhabak's plan. Finally, Ichigo understood himself, fully unifying with both Zanpakuto spirits within. With that came a new Shikai and two new Zanpakuto.
True Shikai! If you thought Ichigo was strong before,
Push to hell, block the world destroying what it has. Wait, world destroying? No, it's world destroying. Okay. Casually creating a Cero Bala parried. Clutch with girls.
oh boy, he's the strongest Shinigami alive. They're dead. Undead?
Dead.
Stronger than Kenpachi, who could split the
In
Danga
existence.
half. Stronger than Senjumaru, who shook.
Dead? Yeah.
Stronger than Kenpachi, who could split the Danga in half.
Wait. You could surpass spiritual pressure more commander as the result. Matching the sword pressure collide with each other. Oh, so it was like a clash? Okay. And it seemed as if it would cut the boundary, the Danga itself in two. So it's a figure of speech, but they're saying it as an actual feat. See what I'm saying, man? Whatever.
Stronger than Senjumaru, who shook heaven and earth across the realms. And
The realms!
could split the Danga in half.
Which are the size of what?
Stronger than Senjumaru, who shook heaven and
Even the slightest of use of our powers would cause the heaven and earth of the three worlds to tremble. Senjumaru, Bleach Thousands, Year Blood War. Yeah, that's right.
across the realms. And strong
But right there, when she says world, people would say that means the planet itself.
enough to
I say that's wrong.
match Yuhabak, even after he absorbed the Soul King.
Juiced up with soul.
We also stated true Shikai Ichigo regained the power he used to defeat Aizen, insinuating that he reached or surpassed his prior peak.
King power, Yuhabak could nuke all three realms. The human world, Soul Society, and
Well, was trying to destroy those three worlds to create something else.
Plus the Dangai and Garganta in between, which have a bunch of pocket dimensions sprinkled in. Hell, just the Soul King's corpse sent a shockwave across all the realms.
And it's not a matter of disrupting the flow of souls. Yuhabak was going to end
the
everything
balance.
through sheer power
Yeah, he was going to undo the balance in all three realms,
alone.
which would have brought back to the, what was it now? I think there was something that says in Camp for Your Own World, I think it was like, if you destroy the balance between the three realms, you create a world of chaos. I think, well, like there was a primordial world, or there was a primordial realm. How do they say it really? There was like basically the world was in a primordial state at some point in time. But you still had clans that still existed. Like there was like a fusion of spirit and Mundo in some way. Like they were combined together, right? And then the heads of the clan were able to find the Soul King, who just kind of existed, and they used him to stabilize the world, the primordial world, into three realms. It's some story like that.
But Ichigo still wasn't done.
Yo, Urameshi has massive, you know what, baby? You know what?
Entering a new half-hollow form and merging his Getsuga Tencho with a mighty hollow attack, the Grand Ray Sero.
Making a giant crescent slash that rips through space itself.
Hold on.
Hollow attack, the Grand Ray Sero.
Making a giant crescent slash that rips through.
Oh, the atmosphere distorted because of, is that in the video game? Or is that in the atmosphere distorted again? It was a warp torn of power, a hollowed spiritual pressure within a bright stream of light. Though it likely shared the same roots as a Sero, Grimjaw Unleash, the volume of Reishi and the density was so much greater than of any common Sero. It was strong enough to warp the existence of the space itself as it cut through Soul Society sky. Nice.
All that power culminating in his true Bankai. A power so great, even Yuhabak was scared of it.
Jokes.
True. Space. So, I mean, I guess that's what they say about it. And like, I think, I forgot if that's the manga or light novel or something like that, but like the spiritual pressure can distort space a little bit. Yeah.
on you. Ichigo didn't even need it. You're done.
Ichigo was finally content, and 10 years later, he remains a Shinigami, having found the courage to stand on the edge of life and death, conquer his fears, and walk onward. Most teenagers have no idea what they want to do with their life. However, that was hardly a problem for juvenile delinquent Yusuke Urameshi, because he only ever wanted to do one thing.
Throw
That's my go right here. That's my go. That's my go.
hands. It don't matter who the ops are, be they women, old folk, or babies. Yusuke lived to fight. It's what gave life meaning. Who cares?
18 is the content after he's older, when it's after like the anime ends. There's more content afterwards, so it's not that great.
Stupid things like friends and family.
Which is why it was so surprising when one day he threw himself in front of a speeding car to save a child, bringing that reckless life to a screeching halt.
Yeah, wait, right.
Truck
when he comes
road
back.
blames another victim.
But this is
Well,
chapter
yeah,
one
most
of
of us don't know that he
Bible
actually came
shonen,
back.
so death is hardly the end.
Surprisingly, though, it wasn't a spook.
The Yakusho anime is somewhat different from the manga, particularly the ending. You're exactly. We just got to that. But expands upon the main story. Also, we prioritize the Japanese manga over the English translation. Interesting.
A skeleton in a hood who arrived to claim Yusuke's soul. It was a blue-haired anime girl on a broomstick.
This was Botan, whose job was to ferry Yusuke's newly deceased spirit off to the afterlife.
Unfortunately, or I guess fortunately for him, he was such an asshole that the underworld didn't see his selfless death coming and didn't have any space prepared for him. Imagine being such a menace to society that the second you do something nice, hell itself gets caught with its pants down.
So the underworld surrogate king, Koenma, offered Yusuke an alternative. He could return to life as an agent of the afterlife, a spirit detective, solving supernatural crimes and fighting off demonic threats to humanity.
Naturally, Yusuke did what anyone would do in that situation, and told Satan Jr. to stuff it. I mean, he was never really good for anything, and no one was gonna miss him. So what's the point of coming back to life? It's not like his mom would be sad, or his childhood sweetheart Keiko.
So they're part of the manga, and so I'm wondering, I wonder why they're part of the manga over the English anime. I wonder why they're doing that. So they care about the difference of quality. Oh, whatever.
Would be heartbroken, or even his rival Kuwabara would shed manly
Because
tears.
I already know Ichigo's gonna win, based on how you want to scale Bleach. If you want to upscale it, I already know he's gonna win. Like you can, I think, raise you. I think you can. No, I think for sure you can raise Yusuke to like either planetary or multi-planetary potentially. But I'm pretty sure there's gonna be a way to where you're gonna have Ichigo like be like solar system level or star level, probably some of that shit. Probably they'll raise him up to that level.
Life with a new purpose.
That's my guess.
And newfound ass-kicking ability in his quest to
Already faster than light by a few orders of magnitude. Based on what we see with the Sero stuff. Durability to match. Intelligence-wise, in terms of fighting, Ichigo's pretty simplistic. Yusuke is more versatile, I'd argue. But in terms of speed, in terms of what they can destroy, in terms of things that, in terms of those categories, I think Ichigo has Yusuke beat based on how they're going to scale it. That's my guess.
beat the
Shout out to Botan, baby. Big booty Botan.
shit out of demonkind. Yusuke learned to
Amen.
harness Reiki, or spirit energy. He's ridiculously strong, fast, and durable. Heals from wounds quickly, and can see spirits invisible to mortal men.
Even early on,
Letting you know they're using Japanese manga to translate. Okay, fair enough.
Yusuke could parry Suzaku's lightning arrows, which are formed from real lightning called down from the sky. And with
Yeah.
the help of legendary warrior Genkai, he mastered a signature move that could blast anyone to smithereens.
My favorite shonen move ever, the Spirit Gun. At first, Yusuke had a limited number of shots, but eventually he turned it into his
Yeah,
personal
that just changed up, yeah,
WMD.
that
Stronger
changed.
than any weapon on Earth. He could go
Easily.
finger blasting around as much as he wants.
The spirit gun is more versatile than it appears.
Spirit gun, shotgun, spirit
He can
wave.
bounce
He can put it on his hands too for added defense and then
off
aura.
surfaces for sneak attacks, propel himself around like a rocket in flight,
Yep.
and produce massive explosions with each shot.
He can twist it up for a Spirit Shotgun, a mighty AoE blast, or a
Yep.
Spirit Punch where he keeps the energy stored in his fist
See, like I know this shit. Like I know this shit. Like this is my shit.
and clovers the hell out of you. And the Spirit Wave, a
Spirit Wave,
Kamehameha
baby.
from before we uncultured Americans knew what a Kamehameha was.
Yusuke may be a punk, but he's deceptively skilled and cunning in battle.
He's not
Yeah.
afraid to fight dirty.
Bro, they're saying the same shit I just said. Like literally, it's crazy.
Throwing his shoes, using sleight of hand to place
Yep.
secrets on his foe to track them in the dark.
So you can see in the dark. Yeah.
Personally, I'd call that smart, and his hand-to-hand is A+. He's matched experts like Kabano, who's said to have mastered all forms of martial combat.
Allegedly. I never
But
believe
his
that shit.
best secret is how quickly he improves. All it takes is a round of training or someone threatening his friends, and Yusuke's power will spike to match stronger enemies, even if it means literally burning through his own life force for a power-up.
All known demons and demon fighters are individually ranked on a scale of power from E to S.
E and D class demons are nothing special. We're talking local threats at best. C and B
Nice animation too. That's a pretty cool effect right there for the class of demons. I like
are
that.
getting a bit dicey in a destroy your city kind of way. A and S, well, hold on to
You would have to Lobo Ichigo to give Yusuke the win. Based on what they're saying, yeah, probably. But again, that's based on what they're saying, which I think is wrong. But again, they're doing composite shit, so it's whatever. And again, no updated information here, so it is what it is.
We're talking end of the world.
As Yusuke forged bonds with new allies, like demons Hiei and Kurama, as well as his old pal Kuwabara, he found himself facing opponents he couldn't beat.
Because if you don't include that information, then it becomes unfair in favor against Yusuke. Because Yusuke becomes much, much stronger by the end of the story. Like, way fucking just disgustingly stronger. So you have to either level it in favor of Ichigo or Yusuke. And I think the common parlance would be you have to favor in favor of Ichigo, because Ichigo has things that are interpreted by many people to be on a much bigger scale.
Such as the monstrous Toguro, who could vaporize weaker demons and crush their souls with sheer aura.
But you
Sure, let's look at, yeah! Well done, Yusuke. You have done as I asked. I love that
needed
shit.
to survive and protect his loved ones. So
Love that
he had
shit.
no choice but to rank up, even if it meant absorbing the power of a small star.
Here we go. Spirit weight orb, a sphere of energy that condenses spirit energy to almost limit. It has been passed down from generation to generation. It has energy comparable to that of a small star. What does that mean, though? The successor will have like a dwarf star. The successor will have their nature questioned by their own mind and body if they do not have the capable. Well, okay, I mean, I would say that this matters because you think, okay, it's small star, but they're probably going to use the logic that Ichigo cut Yuha, and in doing so, he cut the same power that could hold the three realms, and then there's a star or there's a light source in Soul Society, so that would mean that he has enough power to destroy a star himself. So they probably use that logic as well. That's my guess, though, but we'll have to wait and see. Which I think is, again, flawed as fuck. But either way, if you can accept this energy equivalent to a tiny sun into your body, do not be like, I don't know if that's hyperbole or not, though. It's like, what does tiny sun mean? Like, do not be incinerated by the process, then you will have to pass the test. The ball of vast energy compressed into a tiny volume will test you physically. I forgot what it's meant. I think it's like the spirit wave was like all the energy that Genkai had accumulated for most of her life contained to one place. Something like that.
Genkai!
Our sun has an average luminosity of 380 septillion watts, or joules per second. Small stars like red dwarfs output about 1/10,000th of that. So this spirit orb's energy per second would equal about 9 million megatons of TNT.
See, like, this I think is wrong. I think this is just flat out. I think it's flat out wrong, personally speaking, all right? I think it was like the spirit orb basically is her entire key build up. Yeah, like that's what it essentially was. It was all her kids she built up over her life. Like that's why it's like you have to wonder, like, are certain things hyperbole or are they like genuine? Like what comes to mind immediately right now is like is when Kishimoto Naruto talks about how like Tamari's fan can like destroy the universe. It's like, are you being fucking real or are you just hyperboling here, son? Like what the fuck, you know? It's like, is that being genuine or is that like, that's why consistency matters. Like, there's no way Tamari's fans wiping out fucking realms or like wiping out universes. Like, it's not happening. Calm the fuck down, son. What the fuck are you talking about, bro? Makes no damn sense. So this is where I say, yeah, like, you know, this is probably wrong. But in the same vein as Bleach, I think also a lot of, you know, comments about the world and the planet, I think also wrong too. Again, people, oh, King, you don't, oh my God, King, I can't believe that you downplay. I downplay everybody. I downplay everybody, baby. Everybody's getting downplayed. You don't see me say, hey, Whitebeard's planetary level. No. I downplay everybody, baby. Everybody gets downplayed. Everybody gets the downplay across the board, across the spectrum. Okay? The only nigga I don't have to downplay right now is X from 2B Hero X. That's it. He's the only nigga. He's the only one. He stands alone. That's it.
Enough to send Toguro to the grave.
Even after pushing past his own limits, Yusuke would still need more power to face S-class threats like Sensui, a past spirit detective gone bad, and a great measuring stick for what top-tier demons are capable of.
Sensui was so yoked he couldn't even use all his power in the human world without...
Can I be Goku? Yeah, of course. What do you mean? Obviously, I mean... And again, when I say downplay, I mean find a floor. Like, be consistent. Of course, yeah. Like, for example... Why is the no mention the fact that people like Goku and Vegeta have a hard time lifting up someone like Megatama, whatever his name is, the guy from Universe 6, who weighs like, I think, like 2,000 tons. Why do folks have a problem? Like, why do folks never mention that fact? Like, we're like, Goku's supposed to be strong physically, but why he's having a hard time lifting up, or Vegeta has a hard time lifting up this robot dude? Like, why? Or Homeboy was trapped in like a black hole for like a few minutes or a few seconds from Universe, what was it, Universe 3? They made some sort of weird love black hole shit, and they trapped him inside that shit for a minute or two. And then he had a hard time breaking out. It's like, but again, 99% of people when they power scale, they don't care about the consistency. It's about elevating to the highest level and then saying fuck it. That's it, which is fine. I understand. I'm in the vast minority. I'm in the minority. I get that.
And to bring down the whole thing, he compared destroying the whole goddamn planet to kicking an anthill.
According to Genkai, Yusuke could destroy the planet too, if he really wanted. And even A-class threats like King...
Do we mean like literally destroying every life, or do we mean the planet itself? This is what I'm saying, bro. Like, it's not... I know I'm yapping for a minute now. Why is 850? Holy shit. I'm yapping too hard. I understand why cats do it. I do. Okay, I get it, right? Because it's a cool idea, like, for sure. Like, if I wanted to make Blackbeard, like, from One Piece, Galaxy level, that's not hard to do. That's, like, easy as fuck to do for Blackbeard. It's not, he's darkness, he's black hole, duh. Whitebeard's already, like, planetary. He could be, like, solar system level as it is, based on, like, what they say about his powers. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can upscale, like, shit, Patry light, and then Patry's weak as fuck compared to, like, future, Nox's brother in Black Clover. It's like, oh, what the fuck? So he's way faster than light. It's like, I can easily upscale so many shonen characters to, like, solar system, galaxy. That's not hard to do. It's so easy to fucking do across the board. It's so easy. But is it accurate? That's the question.
According to Genkai, Yusuke could destroy the planet too, if he really wanted.
Yeah, he could, because no one could really stop him at one time.
And even A-class threats...
Because he was an A-class, S-class demon that was kind of unchecked. And so if he really wanted to destroy the entire planet, he could have. But, like, in the interpretation I'd figure is, like, it's not actually, like, destroying the entire planet in one go, but it's more like he could wipe out all life on the planet.
Like King Enma have shaken both the demon and human worlds.
That Enma guy is strong as balls. In the past, he fought the Netherworld King Yakumo, who could eradicate the entire human world and remake the Netherworld.
But Yusuke's power surpassed both of them, to the point where he overloaded Yakumo with his own energy. And do keep in mind, Yusuke was still only A-class at the time, a far cry from S-classes like Sensui, whose sacred energy was 10 times his superior.
But not for long, sucker!
Yeah.
Because turns out...
Because he has sacred energy armor.
Yusuke was a demon himself.
Literally.
Yep.
Yusuke is the descendant of an ancient and incredibly powerful
the Mazuku.
one of the strongest in existence.
Rising, baby.
The Demon King.
With his Mizoku.
The atavism of Mozoku? What the fuck did you just say? Excuse me? Run that back. Excuse me? Nah, homeboy. We got words.
With his Mizoku mark.
Nah. The atavism of the Mazuku. What the fuck is a Mizoku? Is that a car? What the fuck is a Mizoku, nigga? Huh? Wait, what? Is there a Nissan logo on that shit?
With his Mizoku mark,
fuck out of here, boy.
Yusuke can channel Raizen Spirit for a huge power boost and a massive thirst for murder boost. This was his first taste of a dangerous new type of spirit energy, Yoki.
A form of energy used by demons, like normal.
I wonder, it's like saying Neo is universal, but missing the context. It took trillions of years to be. Right. It's like Neo can consume all life in the universe, essentially. It's like, oh, she's universal. But it took him like mad years to do that shit.
It can be amplified by intense emotions. Unlike normal Reiki, its use creates a pleasurable feeling, feeding into the user's rage and bloodlust, the feral animal within.
So Yusuke upgraded his spirit gun to a demon gun. It's the same thing, but red. Oh, and it's strong enough to blast Sensui past the horizon, putting Yusuke's power firmly in S-class.
And making him a prime candidate to rule the demon world. But as he was thrust into a tournament vying for that throne, Yusuke began to wonder if all this power was what he really wanted.
Self-reflection? From I'll kick your ass, Yusuke Urameshi? Nah, we can worry about that later. There's a tournament to win. Which one of you, girl, baby, or grandparents is first?
Even then, as Yusuke took on the Demon King Yomi in an epic final battle, he was still growing. He had become far stronger than before, even achieving a unique version of the Mizoku form separate from Raizen's influence.
And a brand
And actually got, yeah, he actually also got sacred energy aura too.
Make a new form of power, kind of like Sensui's secret energy.
Or yeah, kind of. It was similar, but it wasn't actually like the same
But
thing.
even better, it's so unprecedented, it doesn't even have a name, but it's
Right.
gold and glowy.
Strong enough to clash with Yomi, creating an explosion that split the heavens above and decimated the Okunin tree below, pushing the Demon King.
Grimdark Tournament parried Sukuna's lightning arrows, contained Sordor, withstood Togoro's demonic aura, annihilated 10 kilometers plateau in a 10-kilometer plateau. Oh, the plateau of the beheaded. Okay, yeah, that one. Yeah. I even know the fucking name. Yeah. That's 10 kilometers? Huh. Where'd you get that from? Overloaded Yokumo's realm-ending power sphere, decimated the Oaken tree with Demon King Yomi. Yeah.
Himself to his absolute limit.
The manga's in the manga?
But then, Yusuke lost.
I remember that. Actually, maybe I have to go back to the... Is it in the Viz manga or Viz version?
It's not all bad, though. Even if being king would have been cool, Yusuke realized he wanted something more. He'd grown up and chose to walk a new path.
It was always Yusuke's connections with others that motivated him above all else. And it was in those connections that he found his happy ending.
But I wouldn't piss him off if you can avoid it. Get him in the right mood or threaten the human world, and the spirit detective will beat your stupid ass.
So they don't just went after the main story. I mean, main anime, which I can understand why.
Long has its return been
It's like doing Fullbring arc shit with Bleach. It's like just skip it, bro.
foretold, but now, finally, it is reborn.
The original Death Battle shirt that once dominated the world.
Whoa! Holy shit, that's so
All right, the
cool.
combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a death battle!
Again, I got money, Ichigo. Begrudgingly, of course.
That's a demon. That's a hollow. No doubt about it.
That's a demon. That's a hollow.
Spirit guide.
That's cool shit. Yo, he actually would do that. There is a moment in the original anime where he's fighting one person, and Yusuke grabs, he checks for the jewels. He checks for the family jewels. So he would do that. Yusuke absolutely would do that shit. The niggas, he's foul. Why is there a Menos here?
Hollow. Chop change.
Chump change.
Idiot.
What?
What a
Nah,
baby.
guy.
Little demon energy got you scared. Nah.
Yeah. Yo, also good fight. Good fight. The image is on point. Judy show.
Damn, why didn't I think of that?
Oh, yo, why did he?
Given.
Good question.
Let's devour him together.
Yo, Ryzen, stop yapping, bro.
Hell no. This is my fight, jackass. You just told me back.
Yeesh, rude awakening. This one's a piece of work. Need a hand, partner? Let's do it. Like old times.
On time! Tensa! Sangetsu!
Is that the best you can do? I can go even faster if you'd like. Hell yeah! Bring it on, asshole! I'll kill you
This is a
even
good
if it
fight.
kills me! I'm putting it all on the line! You better do the same!
He is. Wait, Mugetsu?
Screw that!
Oh, interesting. Fuck the Mugetsu. Interesting. God damn, son. God damn.
Give me a freaking break. See you on the other side.
KO!
Yep. Yeah, of course. Like, even though Yusuke is him, that's my boy. That's my
I
go.
think the afterlife
But again, the way how they scaled it, I was like, yeah, Ichigo's winning.
Offers frequent flyer miles.
There's a lot to cover here, so let's break this down into 4 chapters, starting with their abilities.
Yusuke could see Ichigo no problem, and resist auras like Taguro's that are similar to Reiatsu, so Ichigo couldn't cheese a win right away.
Otherwise, Yusuke was outmatched. Sure, the Spirit Gun could potentially match the Kitsuga Tensho, and he had stat-boosting forms like the Mizoku. Ichigo, however, had more varied powers, a better healing factor, greater stamina given his months of Dongai training,
And all those swords. He just had way more abilities to play with.
likewise.
Oh, Ichigo's actually voiced by young Johnny Young. Oh yeah. Oh, you know what? Wait, under an alias? How to get? Okay, I guess it didn't work out that well then, because people know it's Johnny Young Bosch.
Speed was a fairly easy call. Yusuke could react to lightning early on, and obviously got much faster over time. Looking at this blast from his clash with Yomi, it erupted upwards at 57% the speed of light.
Oh. Okay, let's say that's the case, but that's his attack speed, not necessarily his movement speed. You know what? Fuck it.
But Ichigo was faster than light from the start.
See, yeah.
He's gotten faster too. He couldn't even see Byakuya at first, but blitzed him in the rematch. Plus, he's got tons.
Wait, hold on. So what about the comment where, when in the data books, and there's a comment that Kubo states about his Bankai form, where his Bankai form is like lightning, insinuating that he's moving at a similar speed to lightning, not light. Why not that? I don't understand. Like, why do they ignore that part though? Because that is there. That is, and also it's also kind of consistent, not maybe consistent, but there's also another mention of someone that moves at speed lightning too, and that's Kirinji, one of the Royal Carguard squads, where they say that he had a nickname called like Lightning Speed Kirinji or some shit like that, right? And he butchered Soifon. So why not use that shit too? See, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't.
Of training and power up since then.
The Soul Hammer Shockwave, for example.
Well, okay, well, I know why. Because it would go against the idea of power creeping up. So anything that would downscale in any capacity, you have to just remove that, because you always want to power scale up, not down. Supposedly. Still love the fact that the anime and manga Ryzen friends spooked Yami and Muroku, thinking that he could be as strong as them. Oh, yeah, true. Yeah, true. But I mean, that'll take more time though. Then they say Yusuke, if Ryzen wasn't starved, would have be the Demon King. Yeah, Ryzen is starved, and he's still like on the same level as Yomi and Muroku, which is crazy.
Across the realms at thousands of times light speed, and Ichigo reacted to attacks from Soul King Yuhabak that utilized the same power. So, Ichigo takes speed. But Yusuke's fought plenty of foes faster and more varied than him, so it's extremely important to examine their tactics and ability to adapt mid-fight. That's
what I'm saying, Yusuke is way more tactical than Ichigo.
This is kind of both their things.
Both?
Ichigo has styled on guys with centuries of training and has over a decade of experience as a Shinigami. He's pretty good at figuring out new weapons and styles.
Meanwhile, Yusuke was flexible.
Just because they trained for a long time doesn't mean that. Nah, I'll give Yusuke tactics for sure. Without question.
Cleverness with exceptional hand-to-hand. He's good enough to match Kabano, who mastered every martial art. Ichigo's decent at hand-to-hand, but it's not his go-to in the same way.
So both had their strong suits, with advantages on each side. It's fair to call this one a draw.
Leaving only the biggest winning factor, which could have superseded all other advantages: power.
No, I would say tactics. Yusuke gets that shit for sure. I mean, Ichigo's solid, but Yusuke, I think, has just showcased more tactical wit on a regular basis than someone like whether it be like him removing the smoke that what's his name that Bogon, no, like the sweat smoke that Bogon had to deal with, whether it was like getting the wax in his ear when he fought against I forgot his name, the guy with the red hair, in the swamp. Well, actually, no, that was a mistake, though. That was by accident. Whether it was him actually shutting off Jin's wind circulation with his kick, and he put his energy on his kick to thwart the double tornado fist, and then he actually offset the counter. He actually used like counter gust force on his I don't know. Like to me, like Yusuke showcased way more Ichigo in terms of tactics. I'll give that for sure to Ichigo. Well, for sure to Yusuke, without question. Mentally, for sure, without question. But I can understand why they're making it a draw. But nah.
With Sensui, Genkai, and Enma, Yusuke could definitely destroy the planet. Examining his sky-splitting clash with Yomi and measuring its scale, that's about 4 quadrillion megatons of TNT, which is crazy.
Similarly, mid-series Ichigo could shake Hueco tear through hell, and block attacks that could destroy the Soul Society. But at his peak, he beat Yuhabak, who could destroy several realms, which is far more impressive than just one.
To be fair, Yusuke also beat Yakumo, who could threaten 2 realms at the same time, pretty close to Yuhabak's threatening 3.
And Yusuke far surpassed Yakumo afterward. The gap between him and Sensui alone was 10 times. So there could be an argument for Yusuke's power surpassing Ichigo if 3 realms was truly Ichigo's limit.
Fortunately for Ichigo, it's not. Yuhabak was also going to destroy the Garganta, which has at least 29 pocket dimensions inside it,
each containing at least a planet and star.
What? Wait, hold on. Oh my, is this movie logic? Hisagi earnestly held back his unease as he continued to run. Finally, he discovered a non-artificial light breaking through and used the Shunpo to run once. Oh, I mean, I guess, okay, if they're using movie logic, whatever, like, fuck it. Sure. But yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It's like, they never fucking do this shit. It's like, if you all can control a star, where's the star shit? It's never there.
Much larger than Yusuke's planet-sized worlds. Plus, Ichigo matched Yuhabak in True Shikai, without his additional boost from Half Hollow and True Bankai.
As always with Death Battle, there's arguments either way. But the way we see it, even being generous with Yusuke's power and conservative with Ichigo's, the gap was just too big, giving Ichigo the final edge. Sorry if things got Urameshi, but that's just how Ichigo's.
The winner is Ichigo Kurosaki.
I wonder if they were still skilled Naruto higher than Ichigo now. Huh.
Next time on Death Battle.
Subscribe and join as a member to see more Death Battle.
Cell versus Metal, fucking, okay, I'll be for that shit. I'll be for that shit. He did kill Yuha. Yeah, he did kill Yuha, but Yuha had his power sealed. Like, that's conveniently mentioned, you know, he had his power sealed, so Yuha wasn't at max power, A, and then B, we're prescribing Yuha abilities or things that he has never even showcased. They assume that there's a star based on a movie or something, but is that same star as like the actual star that we see like in our solar system, or is that a star that was created in a spiritual form, mind you, not physical form, because reishi is not the same thing as actual physical matter, but hey, whatever. But again, you know, it's just whatever. Again, I already knew he was gonna win this fight, so I'm not too surprised in that one. I'm not too surprised.
Thanks for watching.
Death Battle is back. And
right, whoa. No. Okay. Either way. Not a movie. I mean, that is a movie. I'm almost positive that's some movie shit that they show you with when they have, I think it's like the fourth movie or like the third movie, whatever. It's not canon, so I don't really care. Thinking they control light and stars like they're Don Slime. Right. It's like look at Don Slime made an actual fucking star in Toriko, like a small one. I think he could have made a real star when he's at peak power. But yeah, whatever. Not surprised though. Okay. That's it. Let me go back here. But it was a good fight. I didn't like. I knew it was gonna happen off the rip, but I did enjoy the fight. That was a good fight for sure, without question. I think it's wrong. I think if people do prescribe or overprescribe powers that they don't have for Bleach, and to be fair, I think they did for Yu Hakusho too. That's what I say for sure. I wouldn't prescribe everything as a star, for sure. Whether it be even if it is all the pocket dimensions, and all the pocket realms. Definitely not do that for sure. But it is what it is. I'm not too surprised. I just think that there's no. How do you say it? I'm just surprised that they would actually give him the equivalent to kill Yuha, because Yuha's powers were sealed. If not for Uryu doing what he did to seal the Almighty, it's like, is he at that same level of, you know, multiple realm star destroying, whatever the fuck they say he is, if his powers are sealed? Like, no, of course not, you know? Like, why would he be if his powers are sealed? So, either way, I'm not too surprised. What Death Battle would you like to see or redo of? They should probably, I mean, honestly, they should probably redo Ichigo versus Naruto at this point, because I feel like I'm wondering how they would upscale Naruto now. I mean, I guess they've already kind of showcased that. I'm not too sure. Fuck me. Because like the consensus of how strong Bleach was has changed so much over the past like 10 years, even though Bleach power, because it seems like everything is so interpreted, like everything is like interpreted in such an odd way now, where it's like, oh, okay, like the things in the worlds and the realms are guaranteed to be world/star level. It's like, we're just doing shit now. We're just doing shit. But to be fair, Naruto probably gets pretty strong too in some respects, relative to other guys too that does some gnarly things. So I still feel like Naruto, actually I'm not too sure, because if they scale with Boruto, I have no idea what's going on Boruto. But I feel like Ichigo now would probably win that fight against Naruto. based on how they calculate death battles now. That's what I think, at least. Unless it's shit in the movies, or either shit in the movies or in the video games, that upscales Naruto to like, in terms of power that way, like maybe, but I can't think of anything right now that would actually do that. Yeah, I can't think of anything that off the top of my head. So they should probably redo Ichigo versus Naruto. That's what I think, honestly. Luffy versus Naruto is toxic. I mean, to be fair, it's every death battle or every shonen fight is gonna be toxic. Of course, obviously, duh. Okay, but either way, that was fun. That was good. I yapped for a while, but I think it was important to kind of cover all that shit. Whether you agree with me or not doesn't really matter to me. At the end of the damn day, I think I just fundamentally power scale because I want to be accurate, and consistency matters, right? And show not tell also matters too. But I don't think most folks care about that. I think most folks just care about upscaling to infinitum, which is their prerogative, which is fine.